Onlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others, welcome to the 6th round of the Formula Trout Sprint Series. My name's Ross McIntyre, and tonight we head to a very underused and underrated layout of a very famous track. It's the Silverstone International Circuit, with World Championships obviously using the full layout of Silverstone and National Series tending to stick to the aptly named National layout at the other end of the track. The International Circuit is only really used for testing sessions and occasionally small endurance races, but it enjoys a far better reputation in the world of sim racing, and I'm sure that that reputation will only increase here today as the title battle draws ever more vital. Max Younger heads into this round with a 1-point advantage over teammate Oscar Williams as the Vermin dominance marches onwards. They've already wrapped up the constructor title, by the way, if you're wondering. One question lingers on everybody's mind, however: who will have the advantage today? And well, at the moment, it's going to be this man, Maxi Younger, currently on provisional pole by about 1.5 tenths of a second from not Case Williams, apology, in P2. That's Oscar Williams in P2. That's a Case Williams. Got ahead of myself there. Oscar Williams. Yeah, this is it's a very, very close between these two. This is the story of the championship so far. These two just duking it out all season long, and so far Maxi has the advantage. We've got a few new drivers making their debuts here today. These guys come into the pits. We'll just have a look through the order. I'm sure one of them, Richard Tippett, who is in for Jack Smith's old livery for some reason. Please do ignore that. Team boss over at Vermin Racing. He's decided to join Maxi and Oscar out there on track today. Very healthy grid we've got here at Silverstone today. Alongside him, we've got Mateus Morgado making his debut. And Christoph Turner as well. Possibly it fails to come to my mind if he's had another race. A few liveries unfortunately not working, so apologies for that. Jan Dragoon, who's in P3, who also hasn't got a livery working, is also making his debut today. So this is a very strong start for Jan Dragoon, who's really lit up Formula Trout this year. I think he's coming and surprised everybody with just how quick he is. But yeah, that being said, the real focus of today, Younger versus Williams. Obviously, pole position gets 1 point, so at the moment that'll be a 2-point advantage to Younger in the championship fight. But anything's possible. Oscar Williams, I was speaking to him beforehand, not expecting to be particularly quick today in comparison to Maxi. Partly because he's not had any practice, because actually last night he was competing in the UK Predator Acer Sim Racing Cup, which he actually won. So not only has he won a very nice PC and a triple screen setup, he's also got into the international final and the opportunity to get into R8G Esports, which is Roman Grosjean's team, who do iRacing, R-Factor 2, basically any sim you can think of. R8G have got a team in it. R8G Williams, who wouldn't want to see that, hey? Currently, Younger on provisional pole. A little bit down on his best lap time as well. So let's see who's out and about at the moment. Dave Southard will be looking for a good performance here today, I'm sure, as he takes a very wide line out of the unnamed right-hander because it's only on this layout. I guess I guess we can call it Chapel 0.5 because it's kind of on the inside of Chapel. Yeah, it's a very tricky line, and a set of courses as well. The track limits around there are pretty nasty. There isn't really any kind of guideline to where you're going to get your lap invalidated and where you're not. You've just got to kind of pray that you're staying inside. Now, this is a man who I really want to talk about. Kees Willems, my new best friend. This man is a legend. He could kill everybody on track today. He could just not brake into turn 3 down at Abbey. No, not Abbey. Turn 3 is Farm, I believe. And take out everybody. I would not care. This man is a king. right? Because, oh, that's someone going for a bit of a spin in the background. One of the AAA cars. That is Dave Southern there. Case Willems has been helping me throughout the week kind of wrap our heads around where everybody is in the Drivers' Championship for the Premier Series. He's been making me graphs of the drivers in the Constructors' Championship. He's been giving me info. He's been letting me know kind of who's going to be where. You know, mathematics, because I'm not very good at that. He's quite good at that, I think. He's very good at making graphs as well, must be said. He's just basically made me a load of graphs, given me a load of situations, what would happen in those situations of the Premier Series. And I've never known a man so helpful and to go so out of his way to help the broadcaster and the commentator and just the all-round legend that I am. Good joke, me. Go out of their way just to help me wrap my head around maths, which is not my strong point whatsoever. As he goes for a bit of a wobble there on the exit of Chapel's 0.5. You know, I'm not paid him for this or anything. He's just done it out of his own free will and his own free time. So thank you very much to Case Willems for that. Max Younger has now extended his advantage up the top of the timing sheets to around 2.5 tenths of a second. Also want to shout out to Thomas Marsh, who dropped me a DM the other day. Basically, we realised that the reason that the cars were so quiet is because the transmission in the audio files of Assetto Corsa naturally correlates to the engine sounds, but obviously the engine sounds doesn't really exist in these cars because they're electric. The only sound you hear is the transmission sound, so it sounded really quiet on the onboards. Now sorted that, we've boosted the transmission sounds up, so now you can hear it very nice. And actually I think as well, if I go in a car with a straight cut gearbox a bit later on, I might be able to hear some very, very nice high whiny sounds. Let's see what Maxi Junger's going to do as he starts a new lap. He's a 10th down on his previous one. I wonder if he was going to go for another one, which I have to wait and see. Through turn 1 at Abbey. Absolutely flat out in these cars, even with a comparative lack of downforce and mechanical grip. Hard onto brakes into the turn 3 at Farm. Now the loop a lot faster on this layout than it is on the Grand Prix section. Chapel at 0.5. You can see there is just no indication of where the line is. His teammate on the right hand side letting him pass there. Now on the run down the hanger straight into Stowe. Very tricky with these road tyres. Maxi taking it perfectly though. Extending track limits a bit. It's a bit risky because Assetto Corsa does let you do that as he heads into Club Chicane. But this AstroTurf will kill you at any opportunity. It is so snippy on that AstroTurf. It will just fire you off the road. Let's see what lap time is going to be from Maxi Junger. It's a pretty good lap. Comes to the line again. Just over under a tenth even. The only man in the 57s at the moment at 57.95. Who else? Panjatopoulos. I'm sure will be another driver looking for some good results in the Concorde racing car. He's currently got a little bit of work to do to Thomas Marshall. But he is quite young, still improving, only 13 years old. So still plenty of time for Panjatopoulos to do his best. And that being said, I didn't actually find his Instagram earlier. Oh, and as I said, that's a big spin out of Abbey. Keeps it out of the wall into the gravel trap though, and he'll have to carry on because you're not allowed to jump back to the pits. If you do, that's your qualifying over. You are not allowed to head back out onto the track. And as I say that, Morgado goes faster as well as Panjatopoulos. Not looking too good for the start of his race. As I said, still 13. I did, however, stumble upon his Instagram account earlier though, and despite the fact he is probably about 4 years my junior, he looks about 10 years my senior, which is really annoying. I'm totally not insecure or anything at all, but just thought I'd mention that. No, his tyres are going to be absolutely cooked. Sorry if you can hear me drinking again as well. And hello Rishi in the chat, hope you're doing well. Yeah, and Panjatopoulos not having a good time at the moment. Yeah, apologies you can hear drinking sounds. Obviously, I haven't really got a... I probably should try and find like a voice activation filter for my microphone, because you can basically hear everything I do. I've got a nice pint of homebrew lager alongside me, which my stepdad has very kindly provided. Well, that should be a thing. Ross McIntyre's lager reviews, Sprint Series special. Now, just over 3.5 minutes left in this qualifying session to determine the grid even for race 1. Obviously, the points available, there's a point available for pole position, and the points into race 1 is your standard FIA points procedure. 25 for the winner, 18 for second place, 15 for third place, and so on and so forth, down to 10th, where there is 1 point on offer. Race 2 is reduced points, obviously, to deal with the reverse grid. I believe it's only 15 for the winner. So not as many points on offer for race 2. That is a new rule this year. I was mistaken at the start of the series for thinking there were the same points in both races. That was the case last season. However, it meant the organisers weren't happy with how the championship shaped up, because it was the swings in the championship battle were just too great. Because if you had a real shocker in race 2, when starting from P10, if you get caught up in all of that middle of the pack drama, then you can really lose out in the championship battle. So reduced for this season to allow for some closer championship action. Christoph Turner doing very well at the moment in P3. Got about a 10th in his back pocket to Jan Dragoon. And as I say that, Dave Southard goes up into P3 with a 58.4. Very nice lap, that. And that is definitely a corner car. Who was that? Through turn 1. And that's someone spinning well off the road as well. Who was that? It was Thomas Marshall. That's not the line, Thomas. Car seems to be okay. Yeah, we've got some very nice cameras here, to be fair. Only got TV1 cameras now for some reason. We did have a TV2 earlier. There you go. It's just not telling me they're changing. We've got this really nice camera through turn 1 at Abbey, which is really good for kind of speed. Nice little... That's actually not a bad static camera, to be fair. That is a car facing the wrong direction. That's Tippett, I believe. No, it's not. Oh, it's Oscar Williams. Well, that's not something you expect to see every day. The Welsh wizard making a mistake. My, oh my, Jan Dragoon's gone round as well. Everyone's struggling for grip as they're pushing. Rattel going round as well. No, he's just coming to the pits. You can't actually see where Jan Dragoon is. He's there. He is off the road. Yeah, to be fair to the Silverstone International Circuit, the static cameras aren't actually too bad. I will give it that. As Jan Dragoon begins the slow fall back into the pits, he will not have time for another lap unless he's trying to cool the tyres off now and push. Maxi Younger. Williams. No, it's actually a teammate in Tippett that's ahead of them. No, it's not. Right, let's follow Younger around. Final lap for Maxi Younger. Let's see what he can do. Through Abbey goes. That is a great camera angle through there. You can really see the speed that these cars carry. Even with the, comparative lack of downforce to a lot of other single-seated cars, and the fact that on those road-going tyres, they are so fast. They really are race cars. Coming through Chapel Point 5, as I've helpfully christened it now. There probably is an actual corner name for that, but I'm going to call it Chapel Point 5 anyway, because, frankly, I'm cool, and I'm the broadcaster. I can say what I like, to a degree, or I'll get fired. Into Stowe. Very, very hard to get right in these cars. Across the AstroTurf as well in the exit of the corner. Club chicane now. Just a few corners to go for Maxi Younger. Who's it going to be? Younger or Williams on pole? Will Southard come in and find 5/10 magically? Let's find out. Maxi Younger, what's the time going to be? Will he improve? No, he doesn't. He's pulled off to the side of the road. What's Oscar Williams going to do? Williams also pulls over. So neither of them are happy with that. So it's going to be Younger on pole. Southard's gone for a big spin out of Chapel Point 5. So it won't be Southard improving either. Christoph Turner is in the pits. The only person who can improve is Van Salan, who's going to come to the line now and does not improve. So, it will be Younger on the pole, taking that point, a 2-point advantage now in the Drivers' Championship. Oscar Williams lines up alongside him. Well, you wouldn't be that surprised if I told you that was going to be the result of qualifying, would you? Younger and Williams. Dave Southard taking P3. Christoph Turner in P4. Jan Dragoon, a great performance out in P5 for his first qualifying. Van Salant in P6. Rattel improves to P10. Cochrane in 7. Then Elston and Willems 8 and 9. Thompson 11th. Halligan 12th. Richard Tippett, Vermin Team Boss in 13th, Thomas Marshall 14th, Morgado 15th, and Panjo Topoulos rounding out that grid down in P16. And now we wait for the start of race 1. I'm just going to magically move my car back to the pits. And then go and find the car that is on the pole. And I've already got rid of it. Oh, my goodness me. That's the button I'm looking for. Maxi Younger. Very healthy grid here today, to be fair, which I'm very much enjoying. Again, we've got quite a big countdown. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You can't see that, obviously. I can, because I'm cool. Yeah. So I get to see all the things. Now then. As we wait for the lights to come on, Williams does hold the inside line. So if he gets a good start and is able to kind of hold it down the inside of Abbey and then hold it around the outside of turn 2, he's got a good chance for an overtake into Farm, hard on the brakes. Apologies for putting up the black right-hand side of the screen there. I was just trying to zoom in as far out as I could. Do forgive me. And I can't see this one actually. Yeah, that sound you can hear. For those of you who are unaware, which I'm going to assume is absolutely nobody, because everyone here probably played a set of course at some point, and it's the chat going off. They're probably discussing how bad everybody is and how we should all get as good as Max Senior and Oscar Williams, because they've just been so good this season, haven't they? Now then, 20 minutes. No +1 lap at the end of the race. 20 minutes and then the checkered flag. If you cross the line with 1 second to go, that's it. Another lap, and then that's it. It's the final lap. If you come around the last corner and the timing goes out, that will be the final lap as well. And these guys in these cars usually running maximum recovery, so battery shouldn't be that much of an issue. But I'm not actually too familiar with how this car works in terms of kind of battery consumption. I've only driven it once. I did about half a lap of Bathurst, then rolled, and I thought, yeah, that's about enough, really. By the way, we are heading to Bathurst, for those you don't know. The next race, heading to Bathurst around 7. And then round 8, the final round of this year's Sprint Series, off to Macau. That should be a fantastic race if I do say so myself. Do like Macau, it's a good track. I think it'll suit these cars as well. Now then, we just wait. Not long to go now, hopefully. Hope everybody in the Twitch chat is doing okay. Hopefully we've got a YouTube stream up as well. If not, oh well. But if you are on YouTube, smash like and subscribe, of course. If you're watching on Twitch and you haven't clicked follow, make sure you do to keep, following all the races that we've got lined up for the future. It really does help us out here at the Formula Trout League. But the lights are about to come on here for round 6 of the Formula Trout Sprint Series here at Silverstone International. It's 6 red lights. The lights are on. We're underway here for race 1. Looks like Younger got a slightly better start than Williams, already chopping to the inside. That classic Michael Schumacher technique. Williams is going to try and sweep round the outside though, and he's got the move done. I don't believe it. Oscar Williams into the lead already. Will Younger try and dive back down the inside? No, it's going to be Williams holding position. Younger having a look. Looks all clean in the background for the time being. Williams leads the way. What a start for Oscar Williams, using that momentum. There's a car running into the grass. I think that was Christoph Turner there, but he's managed to keep it moving. Oscar Williams, that is a dream start. Both these lead guys and Southern behind as well already got their attack mode activated. Alex Cochran, what a start he's had. He's got up from like P10. My oh my, what a great start. I think Christoph Turner has had an absolute mare. And yep, that is Christoph Turner off the road on the exit of Stowe, I believe. Yes, it is. Williams, though, leads the first lap. Junger, though, looking to the inside into Abbey. Williams playing hardball, chopping Williams also off the road. That's going to cost him a bit of momentum. And yep, Junger's done the move before the corner. Junger back to the lead. Williams hard on the brakes, though. This is a battle for the ages already. Junger's off the road. Contact. Oh, Junger's had to back off. Williams is not taking no for an answer. And this is the man who Junger swears is the fastest driver on Assetto Corsa, full stop, the Welsh wizard Oscar Williams. And he is taking no prisoners today. Into Stowe they go for the second time of 20. Oh, it's a 20-lap race. Oh, apologies, it's usually 20 minutes. This time it's 20 laps. Oh, that will make sense. It's because the lap times are around about a minute. Alright, there you go. 20-lap race instead of 20 minutes. Williams still leading the way. That was a beautiful start. Pandratopoulos as well has had a great start. He's up to P13 from last on the grid. Tippett as well, team boss over at Vermin, currently will be taking the reverse grid pole. He's got a little bit of damage to the front of his car that I can see. Nothing too major though. Williams still leading the way. Let's go on board with the car that is behind him. His teammate Maxi Junger onto the back stretch. He's got some damage on the front left as well. So everybody's got damage here today, it seems. And Junger just not close enough to make, get into that toe. And get that extra speed down the straight. That is more than wide enough through Stowe. Hard on the brakes into Club. It was a bit cleaner from Williams, bit tighter on the exit. I think Junger's just struggling to follow his teammate at the moment. This is Oscar Williams, the man who thought he was going to get quote-unquote spanked by Maxi Junger, who had done no practice because he'd been trying and succeeding in winning the UK Predator Acer Cup, which won him a fancy PC, a triple screen setup. Ooh, very sideways from Junger. But yeah, a fancy PC, a triple screen setup, and a shot in the UK Predator Cup final, the international final, to try and get into RAG Esports, to win a place in RAG Esports. If anyone on this grid deserves that seat, I can hand on heart say it's him. Because my oh my, is he quick. Oh wow, they are. That is, well, I'm going to assume that track limits is not being run at Stowe, because these guys are running so far off the run. They've got 3 seconds to Dave Southern already. It's on lap 4, for goodness sake. These Vermin guys are on another planet. Now, I know Assetto Corsa is a game that it is, oh no, Dragoon's gone around, I think. Yes, he has. Oh no! Jan Dragoon's just taking a big hit on the rear from Christoph Turner, I believe. Oh, that's going to be a lot of damage to both cars. Yep, Turner's front is all... oh dear, that is not looking healthy at all. And Van der Lant's round as well. Martin Van der Lant round on the exit of turn 2. That's an interesting place to go on. Was there contact there? There can't have been. Dragoon is running well off the road. He's got a lot of damage to that car. Yeah, that car is not looking too healthy. Back to the lead battle. Williams still leading. Coming through Club now. Onto the main straight. Lap 6 begins. And Junger is close. Junger's using his attack mode. Here we go. Junger's going aggressive. Williams hasn't counter-reacted yet. Oh, that was... oh, Junger, I think, got a big wash of understeer through there. He's really dropped back. You can see by the flashing LEDs on top of his halo alongside the numbers on the right-hand side of your timing screen. If it's red or the LEDs are flashing, the attack mode is active. 2 attack modes per race. And then when you're out, well, that's it. If Junger doesn't get past here, though, that is Williams' race to lose. Because he now has an extra attack mode, which is worth around 40 kilometers an hour down that back stretch. And, well, he's still got one to use yet. Junger won't. Maxi will be desperate to get through. If I whip out my phone calculator, there is a 2-point gap at the moment. So if Oscar Williams... hang on. Maths. Minus... That will be a 5-point advantage in Oscar Williams' favour. There you go. Trusty calculator coming to the rescue. 5-point advantage in Oscar Williams' favour heading into race 2. But they'll also be starting from P10. Thompson's in the pits. Is he retired? I hope not. Oh, that was a slight movement. Let's hope he's not retired anyway. Back to the action, heading through Stowe. That was more than wide from Junger. Van Lanson as well. Dragoon's trying to work his way past Panjotopoulos. Dragoon's almost running into the back of Panjotopoulos. I think he just missed his braking point there. That was very wide. You're a lucky, lucky boy, Jan. That could have been another big accident. Halligan currently chasing down Marshall. Turner's just got past Tippett as well into club. So Tippett clearly not quite on the same pace as his the drivers he employs, Williams and Junger. And Williams and Junger's alongside! This is coming out of Chapel 5, 0.5 even. Junger got alongside there. He's losing time now, but he's got the slipstream. He's got the attack mode. That's on board with Oscar. That's the wrong driver. This is on board with Maxi Junger. Here we go. Williams has the internal. It's all sorts of side race from Maxi Junger. Still side by side on the exit of Stowe. Williams will have the inside line. Williams is locked up. Junger to the outside run trap. No, surely not. They're still side by side. Bit of wheel banging. But it's magical from Maxi Junger. He squeezes through into the lead just as his attack mode is used up. That was the perfect timing for Maxi Junger to retake the lead of this race. Oh, what a move. With some door-to-door wheel banging as well. I didn't realise we were racing touring cars. Elston's got past Rattel in the process. I'm sorry, I'm focusing on this because this is for the championship. Oh my goodness me. This is now a 7-point advantage in Maxi Junger's favour if we finish as we are, but Oscar Williams still has an attack mode to use up. Ooh, Cochrane. Cochrane's got past Southern in the background, meanwhile. Great stuff from Alex Cochrane. You can't stop the cock after all. But Southern, and so Southern doesn't have an attack mode either. Oh dear. It's not looking too good for you, Dave, is it? Where else is close to the track? Elston and Rattel still having a bit of a tiff down the hanger straight. Romain Rattel in the Volpino racing car, trying to look past the line. He's racing around. He's having a look into Stowe. Decides against it. Probably the smarter move through there. Ooh, Maxi Junger was 0.3 faster on that last lap. But Oscar Williams is now using his final attack mode. Here we go. There is a lot of track limits extensions being going on here today. But I think if we brush over that, we can just appreciate the scale of the fight we are seeing between these two. Ooh, Williams having a look. Can't quite get it done for the time being, but he's close. Just over 0.2 of a second separating them. Cochrane is now 8 seconds back in P3. Tell you what, though, he's really come back from a bit of a dreadful qualifying by his standards. I believe it was P10, unless I'm very much mistaken. It was P8 or something. Very professional commentary here at Formula Trout League, of course. Williams was quick on that lap, but Williams has gone off the road! And it's completely cut turn 2, but has lost a huge chunk of time. 7 tenths now, 8 tenths, 9 tenths. It's not going to extend to a second. But that was well off the road. And not what Williams needed. He made a great start. Around the outside of turn 2 on lap 1. Into the lead he went. But it was a hard battle. And Maxi came out victorious to retake where he once was. And currently, it's not looking good for Williams. He's going to run out of attack mode shortly. And the pressure on Younger just eased off ever so slightly. Halligan and Rattel. Rattel still on the charge. Halligan going to the inside. Rattel. Oh, that was all sorts of sideways from Halligan there as well. Either that car is running a very aggressive rear end because that was some slip angle on the back of the car, or he's running wide there as well. That's going to be Rattel through. No, there's contact. Halligan goes sideways and Rattel goes round. Oh, no, Rattel's DNF'd. I don't believe it. He's rage quit. Romain Rattel's rage quit. I don't believe it. Absolute scenes here. He's not even gone back to the pits. He's DNF from the race. He's left the server. Oh, Romain, man. You can't do that to me. Younger goes defensive. Into club chicane, but Williams is right on the back of him. Williams has the last few eeks of attack mode left. On to lap 13 we go. Usually an unlucky number, or considered so by some anyway. Will it be an unlucky lap for Maxi Younger? Williams definitely looking. Oh, we had to back off there. He's too close through turn 2. Bit wide through farm as well. Now into the loop. And Williams is getting... Williams has used up his attack mode though. He will have the slipstream to get a better exit onto the straight. Oh, he was too wide out of the corner, I think. Yeah, and he's losing time. Oscar Williams losing time down the back stretch. On board with Alex Cochran. You can just see how far in front these guys are. That is some gap. They are well and truly bolted. 10 seconds to Cochrane in P3. From Oscar Williams. Southern also closing on Cochrane. Not a great lap there from Oscar Williams. It was a 59.3 compared to Younger's 58.6. Losing time. And what could have been an absolute turnaround of the championship instead could be an extension of the championship lead for Maxi Younger. With a little over a quarter of the way left here in race 1 at the Silverstone International Circuit here for round 6 of the Formula Trout Sprint Series. Heading through Stowe Corner now. Williams trying to close the gap again. Pushing his VRC Formula Lithium 2019 car to its absolute limit. Obviously, these cars based off of the 2019 Formula E regulations and built by the wonderful guys over at VRC Modding. And, well, these Vermin guys have definitely got the hang of how to drive it because they are dominating this season. They are dominating this championship and they are dominating this race. Williams, the question is how close can he get? We'll just have to wait and see. Cochrane still has an attack mode to use. And he's, you know, ahead of his teammate Dave Stoddard as well. He's just chilling. You know, I respect that. You don't there's no law saying you have to use your attack mode. It's not, you don't have to. But you know, it's just usually strategically advisable to do because you're missing out on like 3 minutes worth of 48 kilometers an hour extra down the straight. Williams, I think, is just catching Younger in all the wrong locations. I think Elston's gone round as well. Yep, Elston just came off the road there on the run into Farm. Must have gone off the road coming out of turn 2. He's managed to get going again, though, through Chapel, 0.5. That's a big wobble as well. Those tyres are looking a bit baked. Gets unlapped by Morgado there. So that's not for position. Do not worry. Morgado, well, should be actually letting him back through in a second unless he thinks he's faster. Yeah, Lion is racing car. The Lion is racing driver even. Not up to his usual standards, I'd say. But, yeah, well, he will be on going from P2 in race 2 at this rate. So, it may actually be more advisable just to not push after Tippett. Halligan and Turner swapping positions for 6th and 7th. Or Halligan and Tippett even apology for 7th and 8th. So Halligan climbing up the order. Halligan obviously racing for Oxtan over in the Premier Series. Alongside Toby Sanford. And by the way, if you do fancy coming and watching next Saturday, it is I do believe it's round 8 of the Premier Series. It's amazing how far we are into the season. Yeah, round 8, 22nd of May. Next Saturday, we're heading to an absolute classic, the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. So make sure you're coming along for that one, because the championship battle and that is pretty close as well, and especially in the Challenger Series. It is so close in the Challenger Series. But the drivers, my oh my, we've got 4 drivers who are basically on top of each other in the Master Split. Maxi Jünger is still holding firm. He's got 7/10 roughly. It's fluctuating through every corner. 2 Oscar Williams behind, beginning lap 18. Tippett and Halligan. This seems to be the battle to watch. These guys have settled down. You're boring now. Let's go watch these guys. These guys. This is where the action's at. Tippett and Halligan. Tippett's had a really poor opening section. Coming out of the loop. Dropped about over half a second back. Which is not what you want. I think Morgado's just gone off the road somewhere as well. Yep, Mateus Morgado. Or Mateus. Mateus, I'm not sure. This is actually one name I'm not too sure on. Again, do let me know how to pronounce your names. My DMs are always open on the Discord, which, by the way, you can join with the link if you want to compete in the Formula Trout Series. Any of them, if you want to just chill in the Formula Trout Series, you are more than welcome to come along. And Morgado going around again through Stowe. Oh my goodness, Williams is close. Oh, they're alongside each other. What's going on here? I've missed what's happened, but Oscar Williams is drawn alongside Maxi Jünger onto the penultimate lap. And he's swept around the outside of Abbey. Oh my goodness. Williams to the lead of the race. I don't believe what I've just seen. How? Why? What did I miss? What? What? The Welsh Wizard. As while we were looking at Morgado looping more circles than there is on a roller coaster, Oscar Williams has drawn alongside Max Jünger and re-inherited the lead. I can only assume there was a mistake from Jünger. Jünger's trying to go on the charge now. This is so close, my goodness me. Coming through Chapel now, Southard and Cochrane apparently swapping positions. Ignore that, that was the timing screen having a moment. We were due one of those around about now anyway. It is a bit temperamental. We are working on a new timing screen in the league, so don't panic. Williams begins the final lap of the race. Yep, Jünger was slow on that lap. I think he made a mistake. Jünger almost off the road. There's a twitch from Williams. Into Farm. Now the loop, a lot quicker on this layout than it is on the Grand Prix circuit. And Williams was quicker through that section. He's bided his time. He took the lead at the start, then lost it again to Max Jünger, and he has sat there and waited patiently for the opportunity to come. And then on the penultimate lap of the race, it did. And what an opportunity it was. For Oscar Williams, it's a 5-point lead in the Drivers' Championship. Heading into race 2. And it is just what the new UK Acer Predator champion wanted. It's the Welsh Wizard. It's Oscar Williams winning race 1 here at Silverstone. Maxi Jünger comes home in second. But what a race we've witnessed from these two. What a performance by Oscar Williams from second to first. It will be Dave Southern coming home in third. What happened to Alex Cochrane? Oh no, Cochrane's gone round. I think Cochrane's gone round. Oh no, Alex Cochrane, who was running for third for so long, and he's now going to come home in P5 behind Christoph Turner in P4. What a shame for Alex Cochrane. Case Willems will come home there in P6. Dragoon takes the pole in race 2 with P10 after an early spin. He was looking pretty pacey in qualifying, so he could be one to watch out for if the Vermin guys struggle to come through the field. Elston crosses the line for P7, and it'll be Tippett just behind for P8. Halligan for P9 as well. Then Dragoon, Marshall, Panjo, Tapoulis, Vansalan and Morgado all finishing the race beforehand after being lapped And then Rattel and Thompson, the 2 DNFs. Wow. What a race. Apparently, Alex ran out of energy. My goodness me. Well, that is a thing. We know that's a thing. But Alex ran out of energy. Well, they say you can't stop the cock, but you can if you got no fuel left, mate. Oh, disaster for Alex Cochrane there. Yeah, I've just had a message. Wow, unlucky for Alex Cochrane there. Wow. That's not something you get every day. Now then, race 2. It will be Jan Dragoon on the pole. Just as we wait for the session to load. What a race we've just witnessed from Oscar Williams and Maxi Younger there. Younger, I'm sure, will be looking for retaliation with a win in race 2. But even if he does win and Williams comes home with P2, it will still be Williams leading the Drivers' Championship. And again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit follow on the Twitch. It does help everyone out if you're watching on YouTube as well. Hit that subscribe and the like button. It really does benefit everybody here at the Formula Trout League. Both in the on the media team, for the drivers, for the stewards and the organisers. It is just, it is very much appreciated. A lot of hard work and effort goes into organising these races and these series by everyone behind the scenes. So big thank you to them, and obviously a big thank you to you for watching as well. And yeah, just do make sure you you hit those like and follow and subscribe buttons and the bell as well if you really fancy. We're live most nights on the weekends. I mean, obviously the Sprint Series is live on a Sunday on a 2-week rotation basis, but there's only 2 Sundays left after this one. Only a month left of the Sprint Series for this year. Only 2 rounds left at Bathurst and Macau. Still got plenty of time left in the Premier Series though. Still got a long while, and the Premier Series operates on a 2-week basis as well, but it's on Saturday nights. Now then, Jan Dragoon, his first pole of the Sprint Series, mainly because it's his first pole, or his first race in the Sprint Series rather, should I say. Apologies, you can just hear my engine running there in the background. Might turn that off. Oh, it is off. Why is it still playing? Hey! That's my cam car. Say hello to me. I'm in there, I think. Apparently you commentate from a Mercedes AMG nowadays. Yeah. That's what I thought, Crofty and Martin Brundle. You don't need a proper commentator's booth. Give me a race car. I'll outdo you every day of the week, mate. I'm joking. I'd never live up to you guys. But yeah, Dragoon from the pole. Will be, that's not the driver alongside. That's not the driver alongside either. Oh, was he going to do this to me? Oh, alright then, fine, if you insist. There you go, David Halligan alongside. We tip it in P3. Jamie Elston in P4. Case Willems P5. Alex Cochrane P6. Christoph Cerner P7. Dave Souther P8. Max Singer P9. And of course, Oscar Williams P10. Thomas Marshall 11th. Stathis Panjatopoulos in 12th. who I have a grudge against for looking older than me. Martin Vanterland in 13th. Mateus Morgado in 14th. Romain Rattel isn't back apparently, so Paul Thompson is the last of the drivers. And there's me. Hello. Oh, I don't have a cool livery today. I usually have like a cool Trout livery. That's a shame. Looking very focused in the comms booth there. Hang on. I can't hear the engine over here. But if I go onto the grid, I can hear it. What is that? What kind of game design is that? I'm calling out Kunos now. Goodness me. Shocking. Shocking from the AC devs. Need to get some Russian guys to come in and fix that, because they seem to be the ones propping the game up at this point. As my friend likes to put it, Russian spaghetti code. Right then, race 2. I've been told to stay quiet by my family because apparently I'm being too loud, so we may have to be the commentary may have to be a bit subdued this time. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. If I just lean into my microphone and then go, oh my goodness me, that's fine, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. The lights are on. The Andragoon's got a clear track ahead of him. It's race 2. It's round 6 of the sprint series. It's the Silverstone International. You know what time it is. The lights are out. We're underway here for race 2. Dragoon gets a pretty good start. Tippett behind also got a pretty decent start as well. Heading into turn 1. Let's see if it's going to be clean. They're trying to run 3 wide there in the background. Alex Cochrane looks like he may have got hung out to dry there as well. Tippett falling down the order. Jan Dragoon's already got like a second gap. All the squabbling behind has that led to a very nice gap indeed. Junger making up places. Williams not. Tippett as well, getting up the order. Case Films having a pretty shocking start. Just going to go back to Jamie Elston, or maybe these guys are running 3 wide. Hello. Alright, boys, chill out. 3 wide, that's Tippett ahead of him. Southern, Cochrane. Oh, please be careful. That's Junger and Williams behind as well. As they head into Club Chicane for the first time. It's going to be Dragoon leading the way with a 1.7 second lead at the end of lap 1. Marshall goes round, I think. Yes, he has. That's Marshall off the road at Club Chicane. Oh, and that's Marshall turning into a touring car driver there by bouncing off a sausage curb and going higher than the Empire State Building. Oh, that was someone spinning off in front as well. Who's that? Is that Thompson? Yep, Thompson going a bit sideways. Panjo Tapula struggling as well. Junger and Williams not perhaps making up the places they quite like on this opening lap. Dragoon is out of here. See you later, son. Jan Dragoon, everyone. He's bolted. The Czech driver is putting in a solid opening stint here, just trying to run as far away as he can because he knows that Junger and Williams are coming. And it's not a matter of if they come, it's a matter of when they come. Oh, Halligan's just got through Elston as well there. Oh my goodness, they're still trying to go 3 wide down the straight. Please, just calm down. Oh! Elston off the road! Jamie Elston with a big spin out of turn 1. Possibly contact there with Cochrane. Not quite sure, but Jamie Elston goes for a spin out of Abbey. Gets it moving again, though. And crucially stayed out of the wall. Junger and Williams. Junger's got past Wilhelms even. Williams is still stuck behind Turner. Or he's not anymore. Is he? No, he's not. What? 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 I am very confused. There's Junger. There's Williams. Williams is... Oh, no, he is! Oh, dear. That's not ideal for Oscar Williams. Let's go on board with the race 1 winner. Dragoon's got 5 seconds already. He is out of here, man. Go on, Jan. Williams trying to go for the gap down the inside. Very nice move past Case Williams. Through the final corner. Dragoon sets the fastest lap of the race at 59.086. Now, we'll stay on board, why don't we? That being said, Younger... Oh, Tippett letting Younger through. Ooh, a little bit of team play there. Richard Tippett obviously being the team boss over at Vermin, even though he's in Jack Smith's livery for some reason. And he's let his teammate through. And he's let Williams through as well. Oh, go on then, lads, if you insist. Well, Tippett, I mean, it is his team, so he's always going to be a team player, but, yeah, that is, not what Jan Dragoon would want out the front. Williams with the fastest lap of the race there. However, he's got a bit of a gap to Younger in front. It's currently advantage Younger, but at the moment, it's not going to make any difference in the championship. Ooh, that was a real brown trousers moment for Maxi Younger. Southern goes around in front, does a donut, and gets going again, but he's back down in P10 now. Halligan with the attack mode on for Cochrane. Cochrane is slowly reeling in Jan Dragoon. Where is Jan Dragoon? There he is. In a livery which doesn't belong to him. And what I assume is supposed to be a fake Felix da Costa livery. Felix de Grande. Sounds like a coffee, that. Oh no, I don't drink coffee. If there's any coffee drinkers in the chat, do let me know if that's a coffee name or I'm just being stupid. Williams with another fastest lap of the race there. Ooh, Dragoon getting all sorts of sideways. Williams already onto the back of Younger. Wow. He has come quickly. But let's look at Panjo Topoulos some more. You want the Panjo Topoulos, you get the Panjo Topoulos. There is Panjo Topoulos, currently P10. He's got about 5 seconds outside the points, but it's looking like it might be a bit of a race of attrition. Williams has got past Younger. You tell me to look at Panjo Topoulos, and I'm missing on this. Come on, boys. Oh, Younger to the inside. Don't touch. Oh, Williams had to really back off there through Stowe. Younger is not playing hardball this time. Or he is playing hardball, rather, should I say. He's not playing softball. That's the one. And he is hunting down David Halligan. Cochrane is hunting down Jan Dragoon by 5/10 on that last lap. So we've got Cochrane hunting down Dragoon. Halligan's hunting down Cochrane. Younger's hunting down Halligan. And Williams is hunting down Younger. And what Younger is using his second attack mode. It's lap 7. That is really early to be using your second attack mode. Younger wants to get a move on. Williams still has 1 left. I suppose this is what Younger did in the last race, to be fair. Tippett and Vantalant swapping places through Chapel. 0.5. Vantalant getting very sideways. We'll just say that was some toe braking. Panjo Topoulos and Elston looking very close indeed, as is Halligan and Williams. And, well, that was very easy for Williams, wasn't it? Younger's up to P3 again as well. And now the hunt is on for P1. Dragoon, Cochrane, Younger, Williams. Frankly, it could be any one of those guys, but deep, deep down, I think we all know it's going to be one of the Vermin guys. It's going to be either Magical Maxi Younger or the Welsh Wizard Oscar Williams. Because, well, they're the guys to beat every single weekend. Without fail. Sprint Series and Vermin Domination. Name a more iconic duo. I mean, it's we've not really seen this level of domination in Formula Trout before, you know, anywhere. You know, granted, the sprint series is typically, you know, maybe a bit more heavy, you know, one-sided in compared to the Premier Series, but, you know, Vermin have just dominated. Just absolutely dominated. It's unbelievable what we're witnessing. Sim racing history, I suppose you could say, if you believe in that. Willems, Southern and Halligan getting pretty close. But they're all outside of the shot, apparently. We look back on Keith Willems. We get a very nice camera angle. There is Southern behind, trying to come back. A bit of a shout out to Lioness Racing there as well. Isn't that nice? Now, Willems. Will he go defensive as I just try and flick back to the right camera angle? There we go. Nope. Feels like Southern is too far back for the time being. Into club chicane they move. I must say, because this is only 20 laps instead of 20 minutes and the lap time is just under a minute, so it's actually around about 18 minutes of racing. This is actually one of the shortest sprint series races we've had. We're halfway through race 2 and it's only 9 o'clock in the UK where I am based. If you get based, lol. If you can't tell by my accent. Oh, somebody help me. Yeah, I'm UK based if you can't tell by my beautiful accent. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock. Usually it's about 9:45 at this point. Younger is very close to the back of Cochrane. And Cochrane has reeled in Dragoon. The gap now just... Ooh, that's really reeled in Dragoon there. 2.5 seconds. Dragoon's had a really poor lap there. It was a second slower than normal. Something is vibrating in my house because I can feel it under my feet. Hopefully you can't hear that. Southern as well, getting closer and closer to Case Willems even. Pandratopoulos off the road at Club Chicane. Oh, he's stuck on a curb. Oh no, Pandratopoulos might have beached it. Oh no, he's managed to get it going again. Thank you. And he's spun again. Those rears are going to be pretty toasty, I suspect. And Stathis Pandratopoulos' car. Yeah, young Greek driver. Sorry, I haven't really explored. You can really see the concentration in his face on that default Assetto Corsa helmet. Oh, Junger's got past Cochrane. There you go. That's that done. Well, I think it's time we hold a moment's silence for Jan Dragoon's hopes. And we remember today what could have been a victory for Jan Dragoon, because right now I'm calling it this guy's winning. Gap's not big enough. There's not enough time left, or there's too much time left even for Jan Dragoon to win this race. It's going to be Younger. Cochrane might hold up Williams a bit, but I suspect another Vermin 1-2 on our hands, frankly. They have a tendency to finish 1-2 in both races, to be fair. And actually, ooh, that was really wide from Williams there. One of the trends that we have been seeing is that whoever wins race 1 comes second in race 2. Whoever comes second in race 2 wins race... or whoever comes second in race 1, apologies, wins race 2. That's going to carry on here at Silverstone. Oh dear me, the gap's already a second. That was a big lock-up from Alex Cochrane in the background as well. Williams right on the back of the Triple Eight driver. Pandratopoulos pits, assuming for damage. That is a weird camera angle. And Younger is looking in his mirrors with glee, because right now, this just means the championship gap gets closer than it would if Williams was right behind him. Heading on to lap 14 of 20. here on race 2 of round 6 of the Formula Trout Sprint Series here at Silverstone International. Cochrane using his final attack mode. Williams still has one left. Bit of a slide there. Ooh, Williams is having a look. Ooh, that was almost contact. That was so close. Willems and Southern as well, still locked together. No one's really making a move though. Williams has lost a lot of time, so we'll focus on these guys for the time being. Southern hasn't got an attack mode. Willems does, so Willems currently has the advantage. So well, there are some really nice liveries out there. That's one of the things I do love about Formula Trout, is just the level of professionalism that goes into the liveries. Willems also being very professional in his defence. Southern not being as professional as an attack, and they actually bang wheels there on the run into Stowe. And Southern has the move done before the corner. Ooh! Willems actually had to dive out of the way of Morgado, I think. Yeah. That is the bizarrest incident I've ever seen. Well, unfortunately, we won't get a replay, but Willems has gone from defending P7 to almost being P9 if Vantalan can get the move done. Jung has only got just over a second to Jan Dragoon in P1. Ooh, crowd's looking a bit small here at Silverstone, that's a shame. Grandstand's basically empty. Well, I mean, obviously it's for COVID-19, obviously they can only sell a certain amount of seats. That's why. Oh, Williams has got past Cochrane. Oh, they're neck and neck through Stowe even. Williams has got past... No, Cochrane is still in front. No, maybe. No, Williams has got past Cochrane. Williams is also using his attack mode, which will explain why he's got past Cochrane. And the Younger draws ever closer to Jan Dragoon. That is Thomas Marshall into the wall there, I think. Yes, it is. But Younger... Well, all it takes now is a mistake from Jan Dragoon. Can he handle the pressure of Younger behind? The guy is so quick, and oh wow, just fought. Come on, Maxi, at least give him a chance. 5/10 of a second through the middle sector. He just gained. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Obviously, Maxi used to be an ex-racing driver. Used to do a bit of karting way back when. Also jams out on guitars like me, and is also going for the lead. Wave goodbye to Jan Dragoon, everybody. Unless he's able to hold on here. Oh no, he's got his attack mode on. And he's sweeping around the outside into Abbey. Oh no! Younger running very wide. And that's let Williams through as well. No! Williams has got through as well. Disaster for Oscar Maxi Younger. Even Younger's just completely cut that corner as well. Trying to make up some lost time. I think he's forgetting he's on camera. Oh, I've opened that thing again. Sorry, mouse getting in the way. Oh, disaster for Oscar Williams. He could be forfeiting a 2-race loss. That would be even more advantage Williams. He's got a very nice guitar though. He's got a few. He's got a Yamaha Pacifica, which looks like he's got a P90 in actually. I'm nerding out about guitars. I'll stop nerding out about guitars now. But Maxi Younger currently... Well, that is not what he wanted to see. It wasn't a great lap from... Oh, Williams got past while I was looking at my phone. There you go. Williams, well, lap 18 of 20 is looking to sweep Silverstone in a race that he was expecting, and I quote-unquote, from a DM he sent me, to get absolutely annihilated by Maxi because he'd done no practice. What a weekend, eh? This is not what Williams wanted at all, I'm sure. Younger has also got past Dragoon now. Coming through, club chicane. Cochrane is about to get on some of that action as well. It's all coming undone for Jan Dragoon in the last few laps. You can't help but feel for the guy. He's been up there all alone for so long, and then suddenly, as Thomas Marshall DNFs, I think Pandratopoulos is DNF'd as well. He's still sat in the pits. Jan Dragoon, who has been just, happily leading away all race long, and has now been joined by three of the fastest guys on the grid, Williams, Turner, and, not Turner, Junger even, and Cochrane. Turner is about 15 seconds off of Cochrane. Oh, what a shame for Jan Dragoon. Part of me wants him to stick for the podium, to be fair. Part of me does. Part of me also wants Alex to put in a pretty solid performance after that running out of energy in race 1. We begin the final lap of the race as we began the final lap of the previous race. Oscar Williams, while it wasn't as devastating a move as the last one, it wasn't a penultimate pass on his teammate to take the championship lead. It is still a crucial victory in the championship fight. And he's got about 40 seconds worth of track left to go. What a weekend he's had. He's gone from last night, from winning the UK Ace of Predator Cup, to place himself in the final with the opportunity to win a spot at R8G Esports, Roman Grosjean's esports team. Winning himself a very swanky PC and triple monitor setup as well in the process. And not doing any practice, to being scared he was going to get annihilated, to sweeping the weekend. Take a bow. The Welsh wizard, Oscar Williams. It's a race 2 victory for Oscar Williams. Junger will come home in P2 once again. Who would have predicted a Vermin 1-2, hey? That's not surprising. Dragoon holds on for P3, at least gets a podium for his efforts. Cochrane can only hang on for P4. Turner will take P5 with a very damaged front end to that car. It will be Southern in P6. What is Dave doing? What have I just witnessed, Dave? What have I just witnessed? Dave's gone loopier than me after commentating for too long. Halligan takes P7, Case Willems in P8, Vanseland's P9. Tippett rounds out the points with a very respectable performance on his debut with some donuts for good measure. And that's a really nice helmet. Please teach me how you paint helmets, guys. I want to know how to paint a livery like this. Elston comes on P11, Thompson P12. Mateus Morgado will be the last car on the track. Well, what a performance we have seen from these guys. It has been phenomenal. And we're going to get Case Willems in for an interview. I mean, that's kind of just expected at this moment. So if you just give me 2 seconds, I can whack the desktop audio up. Leave the server. Oh, actually, I can... oh, no, hang on. Where's OBS? No, not this screen. No, stop it, stop it, stop it. There you go. Interviews. There we go. I'm such a professional. Let's get Case Willems in, shall we? Case, can you hear me? Case, you there? I can't hear you. Hang on. Give me 2 seconds. My Discord is being funny, I think. Try that. Can I hear you now? There you go. I can hear you now. Sorry, my Discord playing up. So yeah, pretty interesting race out there. I mean, Silverstone's not really a typical track for the circuit. Just kind of for these cars even. Yeah, just kind of run us through your night. Yeah, it was indeed. You mentioned obviously a few spins. I think that was kind of a lot of what was going on today. Do you think just kind of the combination of the high speed corners and the fact that these Formula Lithium cars run on road tyres, do you think that that was just kind of expected? Just, a lack of grip and lack of downforce was just kind of going to lead to a few spins?
Of downforce, a lot of aero, but they don't really. Sadly, these are made for racing on like tight racing tracks, and not for these kind of high-speed corner tracks, as you may have noticed. For example, to Stowe, that's a really fast corner, and you have to be really careful there, otherwise you're gonna be in the wall. Also, I think in race one, I was in a battle against Christoph Turner, I believe his name is. Yeah, Christoph Turner, and Danus, at least one of the guys, or at least on my screen, he kind of glitched out or like lagged out, and I had to avoid him, and I sadly lost that battle to P5.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, yeah, it sounds like it was just kind of tyre battles were kind of the main thing. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Case, and a good performance there. And, well, obviously moving on to Bathurst next. Do you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I really like Bathurst as a track in general. I've driven quite a few cars on different games from there. I really like the track. I'm not too sure how these cars will perform, especially to that really bendy sector 2 or 3. But yeah, we'll see in 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you very much, Case, for joining us, and yeah, good performance out there.
No problem. Thanks for commentating.
No worries, man. I've just realised that I had Case Willems muted for the first part of that interview. I am so stupid. I apologise. He basically just ran me through his race, did alright, finished P8 in race 2, it was alright, and then we just talked about tyres for a bit. Yeah, sorry about that. Right, Maxi Yinger. Well, that's not the weekend you wanted, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I'm more mad about the race 2 than the race 1. Race 1, that was just he just had me on racing and pace. But race 2, that was a very stupid mistake for me. I don't know if it showed up on.
Yeah,
on
we
the
did see it.
Yeah, that was not smart to try and hang it on the inside there when the other guy's ahead.
Yeah, I mean, well, you've got to do what you got to do, I suppose, and it was you got to be aggressive in those situations. Unfortunately, it just didn't pay off. But you're now behind in the drivers' fight for the championship by a few points.
By 9, I believe.
9 points. Yeah, that's probably the biggest the gap's been all season, to be.
Yeah, and that's still very small. So
yeah, it is.
It's
still
catchable within a race.
Yeah, I mean, it's catchable within a race, and there's still there's still 2 rounds left as well, so there's still plenty of opportunity. But we're heading to Bathurst next. Do you think that could be quite a tricky circuit to overtake? So do you think, Macau afterwards as well, another very tight circuit? Do you think, this potentially could have been a turning point in the championship, or do you think you'll be able to fight back?
No, I think it's definitely not over. So far, I've gotten, I think, most of the pole positions, so I'm liking my chances for the next 2 rounds where there is less overtaking spots, because that seems to be what I'm lacking in the racecraft. Every time I just lose out to Oscar. He's a really good racer, so I'm more confident, on the street tracks where there's less chances of overtaking, and qualifying is more important.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. 2 weeks' time, Bathurst. Thank you very much, Maxi, and two second places. Good performance out there today.
Thank you.
That was a very confident Maxi Younger. Now we'll bring Alex Cochran in next. Alex, what happened at the end of race 1, man?
Yeah, hello. I tried to chance it with fuel a little too much, or energy, I guess it would be in this car, and it clearly backfired.
So you ran out of energy, but then you were still running at the end of the race. Did you kind of like recover your energy somehow, or did you just have to like
The
drive
car
really slowly?
managed to crawl at around 180 kph around there.
Yeah.
Because if I pitted, I would have lost more position, so I just decided keeping it going around for the last lap, see what I can do.
That's
I mean,
fair enough.
P5. Yeah,
I mean, it was a respectable gamble, to be fair. It was worth a shot. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off, but you still finished P5 and then P4 in race 2 as well. Do you think it could have been a podium if you had a few more laps at the end there, or do you think it was that Dragoon would have still got the best of you?
I think there would have been more chances for sure. Obviously, he was involved in an incident race one, which is unfortunate. So he had the luxury of starting. I think he started first in that race, and then no mistakes for him in the whole race. Props to him. But yeah, just caught up at the end after Oscar and Maxi went through, but couldn't do anything.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, still was some good performances out there. You got unlucky with your strategy gambling race one, but it was still, a fourth and a fifth place. It's not a bad haul of points at all. So yeah, thank you, Alex, and good job out there.
Yep, thanks for doing the stream.
No worries. As always, there is Alex Cochran, and then last, but of course not least, I'm gonna get Richard Tippett in, the Vermin team boss. Richard, you there?
Indeed.
Right. So yeah, interesting race. We'll start with the other Vermin boys first. Yeah. So I mean, that is probably not the weekend that Maxi wanted. That is exactly the weekend that Oscar wanted. From a team perspective, what's your opinion on that?
Well, again, just the boys just really quick. There's no team orders or anything. Just championships just going either way. As long as they don't bang into each other, I'm happy. Generally, just just the exceptional pace from both of them. So they're both so close. It's just a shame that Maxi couldn't capitalize on all the practice and everything he did.
I mean, Oscar got a phenomenal start to race one, to be fair, and then just timed his move perfectly. And then obviously in race two, Maxi just got really unlucky. Tried an aggressive move, didn't work out. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things, and the gap, it's the biggest it's ever been in the championship, but it's only about 9 points, so it's still really, really close looking forward. So that's at least something to look forward to in the future, I suppose. But yeah, so interesting races overall. I mean, you've already won the constructors championship, so well done for that. Obviously, I mean it was a given probably after about the second race. But I mean, we haven't really discussed the constructors much because you guys have been so dominant. But does the constructors actually mean that much to you, or is it just kind of yeah, we've won, now go sort of drivers?
Personally, to me, obviously, because I've been running the team for 10 years, it's a huge achievement to be this dominant, really. So it's just amazing that all the right drivers in the right place at the right time. Yeah. We've just found this amazing kind of combination, and it's just working really well.
Well, I mean, obviously you've got Oscar, who we'll get in for an interview in a moment, who's ridiculously quick, and then Maxi as well, who's certainly no slouch. It's not a bad team lineup you've got going.
Yeah, exactly, and everybody just works really well together as well. I mean, everybody's there's such good mates on and off track. So it just generally just works. I think it's a bit of a shame, obviously, from a spectator's point of view, because obviously we're not sort of giving much of a race to other people, but hopefully we can entertain them between us.
I mean, to be fair, I think from a certain angle, I think it's almost exciting just to see how dominant you guys have been this season, because we've never seen anything like it in Formula Trout before. It's actually a bit ridiculous. Thank you very much for joining us, and yeah, good job for you guys out there today.
Thanks, Ross. Yeah, and thanks for commentating. Good job again.
Oh, it's no worries. Thank you very much. That was the Vermin team boss, and now, well, race winner races 1 and 2, Oscar. That was probably the perfect weekend for you, wasn't it?
It wasn't too bad, Ross, was it? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, no, pretty happy after that, gotta be honest. Maxi, I don't know what it is with Maxi, man. He is dialed into this car, so I am driving on my limit right behind him. So I'm pleased to win, because I don't think I deserve to win it on pace alone. Yeah, tricky 2 races.
Well, I mean, we were speaking before the race, and obviously you said then that, you weren't expecting to do that well this weekend. But, you timed your move perfectly in race 1. There was a bit of back and forth between you over the course of the race. Timed your move perfectly, took the win. And then race 2, a little bit of luck with Maxi's off. Obviously, being 2 race wins, you've now got a 9-point lead in the championship. How crucial do you think is that going forward?
I think that's the decider, but I think I missed Bathurst, and I think Maxi said he's going to miss Bathurst too. They've got that Predator
Well,
thing.
I was trying not to mention it. Obviously, I've probably mentioned it a million times already. But obviously, you're in the Acer Predator International Final, and you'll miss Bathurst the result. And Maxi said, I was speaking to Maxi today earlier as well, and he said that he wants it to be a fair fight. He doesn't want to win it if you're missing out races. He wants it to be a fight to the end. So if you are missing out Bathurst, then he will as well. So that at least allows someone else to win for people watching at home if they're getting a bit bored. But yeah, so that means it's basically, if you are missing Bathurst, that is a one-race showdown at Macau.
Macau, could you have picked a more fitting track? I definitely could have. Terrible. Oh, man.
So
It's going to be a slog.
it is certainly going to be a spectacle, to say the least. I think that's the word I'd use. Thank you for joining us, Oscar, and, well, what a night you've had. 2 race wins, just perfect. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Ross.
Well, Oscar Williams, there you are. What a weekend he's had. Well, thank you very much for joining us here tonight for the Formula Trout Sprint Series Round 6 at the Silverstone International. Obviously, if you haven't smashed like, subscribe, follow and all that already, make sure you do. And in 2 weeks' time, heading over to a possibly vermin-free Bathurst. That'll be interesting, down the hill. And then, however, next weekend, well, for starters, I'm off school, so I'm going to be having a mental time. Second of all, well, it's round 8 of the Premier Series at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. So